Hi guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make a very simple pasta just using tomato, herbs, and some nuts. So here we go. Okay, so first of all, what are you going to need? Several things. Obviously, first thing you'll need is pasta. You'll also need salt, right there. You will also need cooking oil. You will also need fine olive oil. You will need black pepper, basil leaves, assorted herbs, and of course, tomatoes. 2 tomatoes. You'll need a knife and a chopping board. You will also need, of course, a little clay pot for the pasta and the sauce. Well, just the sauce first. And a pot of water to boil the pasta in. Okay, first step, you need to wash the tomatoes. Or prepare them first. Peel off the top, throw it away. Peel off the top and throw it away. Okay, now to wash the tomatoes. And the other one. Okay, now you need to cut them. Cut like that, cut in half. Now with this dish, you don't have to worry too much about neatness, since we're basically just going to throw all of the tomato slices into the clay pot, and it will just pretty much liquefy into a nice tomatoey paste. Just rough cuts is fine. So repeat. Probably get rid of the green bit, this thing. Repeat. And just cut it up into smallish, rough chunks. Okay, and do the same with this one. Cut in half. Remove that green bit. This one. Remove the green bit. Cut in half. Cut into chunks. And rest. Like so. Okay, that is pretty much all you have to do with the tomatoes for now. Now you can start boiling the water. Set it to medium strength. Just keep it boiling away. And once it starts to bubble, then you can lower the flame and put in the pasta. And while the water is bubbling away, we can start to prepare our sauce. So first things first, take the cooking oil, put a nice layer right there, and turn on the flame. Medium strength is okay for now. Let's move that lid away, or else it'll start heating up. Okay, so right now we have the pot for our sauce boiling away, and the water for the pasta boiling away. Let's just wait a little bit. Give it a few seconds. And now we can start adding our tomatoes. Here we go. Now be careful, it might start to, the oil might start to bounce a bit. So if you're going to do this, maybe wear long sleeves. Get all the tomato bits in there. That's good. Okay. I'm going to use a pair of chopsticks, but you could easily do this with a ladle. Just stir it up. Stir it up. Okay. Now that the tomatoes are all there, let's start to add some flavor. First thing you want to do, add some salt. Salt really brings out the flavor in tomatoes. So here we go. Sprinkle it evenly. Make sure plenty of salt all over. That's good. Okay, now what's the next thing we'll do? Herbs. Make sure get lots of herbs in there. That looks good. Okay, next, basil leaves. Don't add too much, but a little bit is fine. Okay. Now, one thing I forgot to mention. Well, let's add the pepper first. Pepper. A little bit will do. You don't want to add too much. Okay, now one thing I forgot to add in the beginning for ingredients. Get yourself some assorted nuts, not peanuts. These will do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That ought to do it. Okay. And stir. Stir it up. Let's turn down the flame a bit. Alright. That's looking good. Stir it up until you can start seeing some liquid, some of the juice coming out of the tomato. You know that it's just about right. Okay, if we turn to the side here, you can see that the water here is bubbling. So let's turn down the flame and let's add our pasta. For one serving, you basically just need a handful. Well, maybe 2 handfuls. Alright, 2.5. I'm feeling hungry. 3. 3 handfuls. Sue me. Okay. Screw that back up. Now, we don't want our pasta to be a flavorless mess, so let's add some salt. Alright. Now remember, when you add salt to boiling water, or heated water, it will take longer to boil, but that's okay for now. Stir it in. Okay. Turn the flame back up a little bit. And you can let that sit basically. Just keep your eye on it. If it bubbles, just give it a little stir. It'll be okay. Let's turn our attention back to our sauce. Coming along nicely. At this point, we can probably just turn the flame down to the lowest setting. Keep stirring it. Well, it's boiling. Give it a stir. And turn down the flame a little bit. That's fine. Stir it up. It's good. Okay, turn our attention back to the sauce. This is good. Okay. The sauce is looking a little tiny bit dry, so let's add a cup of water. Or a half cup of water. Okay, that looks good. And you can basically let that sit for a couple of minutes. Put a top on. Turn the flame up teeny tiny bit. Okay. Pasta's bubbling away. Stir it up. Okay, and the water is bubbling, but it's not entirely bubbly. You'll see what I mean later. When it's on a medium bubbliness like this, just keep stirring it and you'll be okay. Alright, let's look at how our sauce is doing. Oh, careful, that's hot. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Stir it up. Stir it up. Alright, now that is basically how we want the sauce to look. So now we can just turn the flame right down and we can let it sit. Turn back to the pasta. Stir it up. Okay. Now basically at this point, these two things are doing their own thing. Maybe you can turn your attention to washing whatever you've used so far. Knife, chopping board, cup. Okay. Alright, it's been about a minute. Let's see how we're doing. Give this a stir. You can feel the texture with your chopsticks. It still feels kind of hard here, so I'll let that keep going. And again, let's take a look at this. Looking good. Give it a stir so it doesn't stick to the clay pot. Ah, that smells good. Alright. Keep it covered then. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes. Let's check up on our pasta again. Still feels kind of hard. Well, let's put the final flourish on the sauce then. In the meantime, cover off. Fine olive oil. Just add a little bit. Okay. Stir it up. This is going to taste very good. Back to the pasta now. Okay. Pasta feels not exactly soft, but not exactly hard either. At this point, we could actually turn off the flame and let it cook by itself. And actually, we can do the same for our sauce too. Flame off. The latent heat from both containers will keep cooking. A minute, okay. It's been about a minute. Let's check back up on our pasta. Yep, soft enough. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Take a sieve, and we're going to get the pasta, get the water out. So, into the sink, and very carefully, because you don't want to lose the pasta, pour it out. Great. All right. I know this doesn't look like a lot of pasta, but you'd be surprised it fills you up. All right, now turning, well, give it a few shakes first. Okay, that's good. Let's turn back to our sauce pot. There it is. Cover off. Pasta in. Right. Mix it up. And at this point, remember the flame is off, but it's basically still cooking. And you don't want to further cook the pasta. Overcooked pasta does not taste good. Okay, that looks good and mixed. And now let's just put the cover back on, wait 1 minute, and then we can eat. Okay, it's been about a minute. Cover off, and voila, ready to eat. I hope you enjoyed this cooking video. See you next time.